Well, Republican lawmakers in Washington, D.C. are celebrating tonight after the House passed the so-called One Big Beautiful Bill Act. The massive budget bill boosts spending for border security, immigration enforcement, and defense. It also extends President Donald Trump's 2017 tax cuts, increases the child tax credit, and ends taxes on tips and overtime pay. However, Democrats voted unanimously against the bill, citing steep cuts to programs like SNAP and Medicaid. The cuts to Medicaid also have the American Cancer Society Cancer Action Network worried. The nonpartisan Congressional Budget Office estimates that under the One Big Beautiful Bill Act, Medicaid could be cut by $930 billion, with nearly 12 million people at risk of losing health care coverage. Ben Hansen with the South Dakota chapter of the American Cancer Society Cancer Action Network says his organization worries about what that could mean for cancer patients on Medicaid.
We know that 1 out of every 10 cancer patients relies on Medicaid for their coverage for either screenings or treatment. We're very worried about what is going to happen with them and don't think enough discussion about that has been had on the bill. We want to make sure with its implementation that they aren't being left in the lurch, especially if they're in need of that care, because the worst possible thing you can do when undergoing cancer treatment is pause it for a while.
Now, the American Cancer Society Cancer Action Network is calling on Congress to extend the Enhanced Affordable Care Act tax credits before they expire at the end of the year.
So those are a little bit more obscure maybe for folks. There were tax credits given under the ACA for cancer patients that we think were very helpful to them. And again, they're simple tax credits. They have to be earned off of someone's income. And we think that's just a smart thing to do when someone's literally battling for their lives.
In a press release, South Dakota Representative Dusty Johnson said the One Big Beautiful Bill is, quote, pro-family, pro-small business, pro-energy, and pro-America. When it comes to Medicaid, he said in the release that this bill changes eligibility for certain non-citizen groups and enforces work requirements for able-bodied adults without dependents under 14 years old. He goes on to say the work requirements will not affect vulnerable populations like pregnant women, seniors, people with disabilities, or those with young children at home.